In India, the Aadhaar eSign is the accepted method of securely e-signing documents. Its inclusion in the second schedule of the IT Act has granted it the recognition of being equivalent to a vetting signature. Consequently, entities like SEBI have prescribed the Aadhaar eSign for attesting documents during their customer due diligence and online KYC process. Now, I believe that a discussion on the legality of eSign remains incomplete without addressing a common assumption in the electronic world, that it is not difficult to alter the contents of electronic record, an e-agreement or e-contract which is stored or recorded in an electronic form. It is essential that we deconstruct this assumption. This can be done by ensuring a certain degree of security is present while using electronic records and electronic signatures, as delineated in Section 14 and 15 of the IT Act. Under the Indian Evidence Act, Section 85A deals with the presumption as to electronic agreements, that it enables the courts to presume that every electronic agreement contains the electronic signature of the parties, is presumed to have concluded upon affixation of the respective electronic signatures. Section 85B concerns itself with presumption as to electronic records and electronic signatures. It provides that in proceedings involving a secure electronic record, the security of the same is to be presumed by the court unless proved to the contrary. Similarly, in proceedings involving an electronic signature, it is presumed that the secure electronic signature has been affixed by a subscriber with the intention of signing or approving an electronic record, unless proved to the contrary. That is, the moment an electronic signature is secure, the intention of the subscriber is automatically presumed. Since the presumption under Section 85B pertains only to secure electronic records or secure e-signs, their security features are of vital considerations. Having said that, I return to the example of the Aadhaar eSign. Given the presumption existing in favor of the authenticity and correctness of eSign under the Evidence Act, the Aadhaar sign is more likely to be secure than a physical signature and is completely admissible in court. As a corollary, all agreements executed with an Aadhaar sign come with a legal backing. This makes such agreements easier to enforce in court of law and less susceptible to legal challenges. The case in enforcing eSign agreement also stems from the fact that such documents are easier to use in evidence. To understand their assessment as evidence, we must direct our attention to Section 65A and 65B of the Evidence Act. Section 65A clarifies that the contents of an e-document can be proved, and Section 65B provides the conditions that need to be fulfilled to prove an e-document. It allows for information contained in an electronic record to be deemed as a document and held admissible as evidence in any proceeding without further proof of the original document, subject to the fulfillment of certain conditions regarding the health and operation of the computer on which the e-document in question was stored. Thus, the scheme of the aforesaid sections and of the Evidence Act makes it quite easy to use e-signed documents in evidence. A copy of the e-signed document is to be provided along with the audit trail. A certificate to signify the authenticity of the document is to be furnished too. Things go further simplified insofar as proof is concerned regarding the aspect of authenticity and security of the data provided due to the input of technology in the entire process. If a digitally signed document is tampered with, then the digital sign will break, making it evident that the document has been tampered with. Now, digital signature doesn't really break. Rather, it fails to verify, among other things, that the data in the signed document did not change after the signing. In fact, many such platforms offer a tamper evidence feature, wherein if any changes are made in the e-signed document, they are noted, automatically providing proof of the same. eSign platforms also provide the technology that gives information about who signed the document and when. With these technologies in place, it becomes easier to use eSign documents for evidence. And even if there have been multiple signatories to a document, all the evidence has been recorded by technology and is available. Thus, the integrity and authenticity of the document can be proved fairly easily.